My name is Robert Chapman, and I'm the Ward 3 Alderman for the City of Clinton, and this is the Board of Aldermen update for June the 6th, 2023. On Tuesday, we heard from Chief of Police Ford Heyman. He informed us that the city has slots for 62 police officers, and right now, we're just under fulfilling that by 10. In fact, Tuesday night, we hired one with hopes of adding 3 to 4 more in the next few weeks. Because of that, the traffic division should be resurrected. Having the traffic division back will benefit all the citizens because there'll be more police officers to watch for speeders going through neighborhoods, as well as just keeping eyes out on the road. Chief said he's also adding to the warrant division. Over 25% of the arrests this year have been linked to these warrant officers. Chief Heyman always talks about curbing the bigger crimes by stifling the smaller crimes. To curb the heavy, we handle the lighter, keeping criminals off the streets, holding them accountable. Chief Heyman also shared with us some data from the Mississippi Department of Safety that over the last 6 years, violent crimes have risen over 741%. Our officers are doing a fantastic job of trying to keep that violent crime out of Clinton. Now, he did say that no place is perfect, but there are some things that we can do to kind of keep ourselves safe here in the city. He said that auto burglary has increased by 44. In fact, 27 of that 44 was in 1 week. 2 people were responsible for those. But the big thing that he emphasized was locking our cars when we are not in them. Burglaries happen when they can find an easy avenue to enter, and an unlocked car is an easy avenue. It's a little cheesy, but it's lock it or lose it. LOL, right? Lock it or lose it. And that's the best advice that he gave. We jumped into the voting approvals. First thing we talked about were the crosswalks that are going to go in by Mississippi College. Director of Main Street, Tara Lytle, and Mississippi College's Tracy Harrison have presented to us some ideas about painting the crosswalks by Mississippi College. The final version was presented to us, and you should see that change coming soon. Summertime is the Mississippi Municipal League season, and the mayor appointed Ricky Garrett as our voting delegate, with Beverly Oliver as our alternate. We voted to accept some money to move ahead with our Lovett Wastewater Management Project, as well as the Southside Wastewater Management Project. Chief Heyman returned and presented a Homeland Security grant that would allow the SWAT team to buy 8 more night vision goggles, fully outfitting the crew. And so, of course, we voted unanimously to approve that. We gave the green light for Vault Entertainment to secure the talent for the annual 4th of July celebration held at Traceway Park, and accepted some donations for an iPad and some furniture and some other items for the Therapeutic Recreation Center. Special thanks to the Living Young group there. For Public Works, we approved the purchase of 2 Dodge Ram 2500s as well as 2 Skag zero-turn mowers. Next up were a couple of surveys. These surveys are to help the city in its efforts to increase and repair some of the sidewalks all the way down College Street and through Clinton Boulevard. The first survey would be a drone survey that would give aerial footage of College Street and Clinton Boulevard. And the second survey would be a traffic analysis that would show us how much traffic goes through these areas. Much to the joy of Public Works Director Philip Lilly, we issued the final payment for the Broadway sewer repair project. Safe to say, he's excited that that's over, and you probably are as well. We're moving forward with the water authority that includes us and the rest of Western Hinds County. The step we talked about Tuesday was the Cultural Resource Survey that we approved to make sure that everything along the Big Black River is appropriate, historically speaking. Department of Archives and History are going to make sure that there's nothing historically there. And if there is something there, then the Department of Archives and History will properly handle us through that. But we hope it's just land that leads to the Big Black River, letting us move this project forward. One of the big things we talked about was the 80-20 project, the project that's going on over by Mississippi College. There's been a good many amount of people who've kind of been skeptical about if this project is still moving forward and if anything is actually going to happen. The good news is that yes, it is going to happen. But just like any big project, all the preliminary work has to be paid attention to before the rest of it can happen. A dimensional variance was asked that night in order to allow for parallel parking, sidewalks to come right up to the curb, and utilities to run under the road. Finally, we approved some of the variances that were asked by Go Shine Car Wash, a new car wash that will be on Highway 80. It'll be right across the street from Renaissance Bank and right next to Enterprise. Wrapping up the night, we approved of part-time and full-time employees across the city. Before we close out, I'd like to say that the vote for the 1% hotel tax, it passed by 89%. However, there were less than 400 votes cast. You've heard me say for a year that decisions are made by those who show up. I'm very thankful for the 342 that showed up, but the voice of the people need to be heard a lot more, so more people need to show up to the polls. With elections coming up around the bend, you'll have that opportunity to do just that. If you see me out and about, please stop and say hello. Keep taking care of each other. Look out for your neighbor, and I very much appreciate your time.